Hi, I'm John. This is my show, An American Scheme, where I'm proving that Diana Ross is Michael Jackson's actual mother. So I'm just going to clarify this last thing with the Kobe Bryant thing, because I want to explain one thing, is that I absolutely do not want to start any kind of false conspiracy. What I was doing with Kobe Bryant was doing an investigation and making videos for entertainment, okay? And in the process of doing that, I was coming up with a theory that there was two helicopters, and that's how, if Kobe Bryant faked his death, there was two helicopters, okay? And so I'm going to show you this because I'm going to show you that if I wanted to continue that theory, I could continue it just based off of this right here. This is like a big something I could use to further that conspiracy, okay? But I believe that the information's right, that he was killed, that he is dead. Now, he's dead, so then you have the question, was it an accident or a murder? That stuff's all up in the air. Everything completely. But the difference between did he fake his death by the two helicopter conspiracy, I believe that's dead. And so I wanted to show you that it's so dead that I have this information. And with this information, I could have perpetuated that conspiracy to build views. But then you would have like kids out there running around telling people, no, Kobe's dead. I saw a video, because my videos are going to be decent. They're going to be pretty good. So you have kids running out there saying, no, Kobe's alive. He faked his death. I saw a video. Okay, I absolutely do not want that, because then that kid in their life is going to have to grow up and deal with the fact that they were fooled. And how were they fooled? I don't want to be a part of that. That's serious stuff. I'm not trying to do that whatsoever. So what actually happened was, after I debunked the two helicopter theory, my videos were still there, and people were still coming to those videos saying, yeah, this is good. Okay, so I was like, oh, what do I do with this, I was wondering, because I wanted to keep them there to document the experience of going through that, but then I didn't like them still being there and then allowing that conspiracy to be perpetuated, okay? So I removed those videos. I had to make that choice of what should I do, And so I went ahead and removed all the stuff related to the two helicopter conspiracy theory of Kobe Bryant. I went ahead and removed those. I don't want to do that. And so I wanted to show you here that how much, I even had this, and it's like I'm killing that story, and I had this footage. Now let me show you this footage real quick.
And talking to you about why he used it as frequently as he did to commute to games, both his and his daughter's.
Nice commute.
Thank you.
How's the traffic?
What traffic?
Okay, so there's Kobe arriving in a different helicopter than the white one, okay? It's the same exact helicopter, but the reality is that helicopter is owned by the Island Express. But see, this could go to build the conspiracy. It's like, okay, this is what I'm saying. Look there's the Island Express company that is tied in with the same company that owns the blue and white helicopter, okay? That's the same exact company. And here's Kobe riding in that one. So, and it's the same exact make and model of helicopter. So I've got Kobe in a helicopter owned by the same company that's the same make and model. So right there I could prove that there's two helicopters and they're controlled by the same people that ended up having the pilot was the pilot of this company that, I can't see him right there, the pilot actually, but that pilot, that could be the guy that killed Kobe, but I don't think it is, but it could be, because that's the company and stuff, okay? But so that's what I'm saying. I had this footage. If I wanted to keep perpetuating the two helicopter conspiracy, I could have done it through this, and then I could have created the conspiracy through the helicopter pilot and saying, well, this is how they switched them, because they're all in cahoots. They own both helicopters. So I could have worked it, okay? If I wanted to keep perpetuating that, I could. But he's dead, and I don't want to do that. And this is why I want to show you so much about what I want to show you, that I'm really trying to tell the best, honest truth of a story as best I can. And it has to be a little bit entertaining, but I'm not trying to fool people and start any kind of false conspiracies and stuff whatsoever. So now, this is Diana Ross. With my story and Michael Jackson, one of the big things that there's a lot of things what people have issues to deal with. They've got to deal with their own personal issues before it will allow them to see the simple truth of my Michael Jackson stuff. So one of the ways in my Michael Jackson story is that a lot of people out there think that Michael Jackson and Diana Ross had some form of a relationship, okay? And so this is a piece of evidence that I'm going to show you that I'm not going to show you an evidence to prove my case. What I'm going to do is show you other piece of evidence to show you that if their case was true, if Diana Ross and Michael Jackson had any kind of relationship, if their case was true, then there would be a piece of evidence to back it up. And I've searched and it's not there. And I flat out challenge anybody, and I put this challenge down. If you ever find Michael Jackson kissing Diana Ross in this kind of manner, it debunks my theory. Because I would say that Michael could do it. Michael might have allowed himself to kiss Diana in a somewhat, but Diana never ever would have allowed that. So you will never ever, and you'll see how she is allowing and how emotional she is in these things I'm going to show you here. So now I'm going to show you that Diana Ross kisses people. She kisses lots of people. And look at her right there. See the joy on her face? See the emotion? Like she's just getting ready to kiss a man. You can tell that's a woman getting ready to give a man a kiss, not a peck on the cheek, okay? You can see it in her face, the difference, and you can see it on Arsenio too. He's like, "Woo, I'm gonna get ready." He's like, "I'm gonna kiss Diana Ross." You can see the little hesitate. You can see it, but so you can see it. That's the big difference. Now watch this. She's like, "No, give me more." There you go. Okay. And then first the peck kiss, right? And then Diana's like, "Come on, you got to do more than that." And Arsenio's like, "Okay, the shit, all right, let me readjust here." And he went in and kissed her, okay? This is just Arsenio Hall. The people about Michael Jackson and Diana Ross's relationship, we're talking about Michael Jackson and Diana Ross. And we're talking about them being in public under the cameras and movie lenses, for lots of times. Over and over and over. You're talking about massive stuff. That's what I'm saying. If you can't find me something like this with Michael and Diana, it debunks your theory. Because you can't find it. If it was true, it would be there. It's not there, and if it's not there, it shows you that their relationship, being as special and as close as it was, it's not sexual. Then what the hell is it? Oh, maybe it's the thing I'm telling you, that she's actually his mother, and that's what the whole thing about what's been going on. So this is Diana Ross and Smokey Robinson. I think it's 1985. They're going to be seeing Mission U. This was done at the Caesar's Palace. But Smokey Robinson in his real life is just getting a divorce from Claudette at this time. He's just getting divorced. Okay? So Diana Ross is there the whole time with Smokey, though. So from when Smokey first is hooking up with Claudette back in the very beginning in Detroit, okay, Diana Ross was there at that time too. So now when Smokey's getting divorced, Diana Ross is there at that time too. But in reality, Smokey was married all of that time. And not only married, he's married to Claudette, who's in the band. She's a Motown artist too. So for Diana to have this connection of whatever's going on, how did this occur? Okay, remember, this is what I'm saying. These are Michael Jackson's actual parents. So now first listen to the first part and watch Diana's mannerisms. Look at her hip shake. Look at her head tilt back. It's almost like she's actually recreating having sex, of the memory of having sex with Smokey. It's so crazy. Watch this.
Figured, like I said, you would bring back all those memories. It made me think about when we were growing up in Detroit,
To the hips. To the hips. Looks like sexual motions. Watch this. Tilt the head back. It's like totally, like, what memories? Oh, the sexual memories? You know what I'm saying? Did you see that stuff? Boom, 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 tilt the head. I mean, it's like she's like, you remember the memories back in Detroit? Yeah, I remember those memories, Smokey. She starts like banging her hip, tilting her head back. Yeah, I remember those memories, having sex. I mean, Jesus Christ. What memories are you guys talking about when she starts doing that? When you bring up, I remember those memories back in Detroit. Well, look at what she starts doing. Yeah, I remember those memories, Smokey. And then they're singing the song, and during the song, it's just like this. It's like, look at her, the way she's looking at him, okay? This isn't the way that, like, Michael and Diana look at each other. This, you can tell this is a man and a woman, and there's a connection there. And now watch how they interact with each other while performing on stage.
Ooh, I want to kiss you through that head. Tell me why the roses. Do it again. Ooh, I'm missing you. Tell me why the roses. Tell me
Yeah, so those are Michael Jackson's parents. That's what happened, the whole story. But see, when I show you people a video, I can't go show you all of the evidence, but I've got it. And this is what I'm trying to show, that if the people, you want to see something really cool and a really good story and stuff, my videos, you go back and stuff, and there's so much there, but you have to see my videos because I document so much of the things and the times and the periods to show you how my story aligns perfectly with what's actually taking place, the real story. Now, the other thing is so this is Michael and Diana. So I'm going to zoom in a little closer because I want you to see. Okay, now, see Diana right there? You can already see her left hand is going up. So they're coming together, okay? And you can see the look on her face. It's not the same thing as how she was with the men. Okay, you can already see it. When you just look at it different, you can see it now that she's the mother. Look at the way she's looking. It's different than how she looks at men. And what she does here is she's going to go up and kiss him, but it's close, but you'll see that she puts her hand to his face instantly. Okay, a woman and a man, even though she's older, it's still, there's a woman and a man thing. If there's a sexual thing going on between them, it's aggressive and domineering for her to put her hand on his face. It's not what takes place with her. She's more of a submissive to the men. And you can see it in the other things. She likes to be the woman. And she would not take her hand and put it up to the face and control. But the mother, that's exactly what she would do. She has to make sure she puts her hand to the face to control the kiss, to make sure that the kiss is as much on the cheek, to make sure it doesn't be a real kiss. She actually puts forth an effort to make sure it's not a real kiss. Okay? I've got her. This is one of the best pieces of evidence that people use to say that Michael and Diana are having some kind of relationship. It's are you blind? Actually look at what's going on. She literally takes control and makes sure that she does not kiss him. That it's just a kiss on the cheek, and she controls it. Total control. And then the hug, I love you, my son. Total control, kiss on the cheek. I love you, my son. Look at the difference in the look of her face there. How you could tell, this is a mother hugging her son. Do you see any kind of lustful passion and desire in her face like you saw with the Arsenio and what you saw with Smokey Robinson? There's no lustful passion, desire in her face. It was hand to the face, control, kiss on the cheek, hug, I love you, my son. You can see it once you just look, and I put down the challenge to anybody out there that if you can't find Diana Ross and Michael Jackson kissing in the same fashion in which I just showed you her kissing a random guy, Arsenio, and then I show you kissing the guy, Smokey Robinson. Okay? So Michael Jackson, if Michael Jackson and Diana Ross's relationship was ever at any time sexual, and if they had that kind of connection, it would be documented somewhere. Prove me wrong. I challenge anybody. I've done this over and over. And then what I flat out tell you is that when you can't find that piece of evidence, what it actually does is prove my story, that I'm right. That it has nothing to do with sex. It has something to do with something else. And what is it? What could it possibly be? You people just can't take the step and see that she's his actual mother. She got pregnant by Smokey Robinson when she was young, and she gave him away. But what happened? The kid had all the talent and came back, and that's why you see the pride and the joy and the love that these people have together. That they actually came back together, and then they came to be the top of the world after she abandoned him when she was 14 years old, having no idea of what the future was to hold for her. And then what did the future bring? It brought this back to them and this. That's what you're seeing. And the people, because you see that, they keep thinking it has something to do with sex because Michael's a Jackson. It's well, they never could get understanding of what was going on because the simple reality that they literally gave Michael to him when he was born. He's a Jackson. He was raised in that house the whole time. Michael was raised a Jackson. You know, we all see that. It's all documented. That's why, because that is so documented, so hardcore, because he was actually given to him like on day one as the youngest babies he could. But then the reality of Michael Jackson having to realize that he was given away as a baby, and then that's what Joe did all this stuff to him. Oh, well, that's how Michael then gets created into this Peter Pan syndrome, and where he's feeling like a lost orphan, like a lost child given away as a baby. It perfectly fits the actual reality of what we see. And that's what I'm trying to say is, I've had big problems. See, I did this Illuminati stuff, and I've always been hesitant to do the Illuminati stuff because with Michael and symbolisms and magic and entertainment, I clearly see that there's what the people, if they want to call it Illuminati, there's all that symbolisms, and you can get into that and open that rabbit hole and go in it. And there's a lot of shit there. But what is it? It's just a diversion tactic to keep you away from seeing the most simple reality thing that was right there in everybody's faces all the time with Michael Jackson. Literally, from the moment he stepped into Motown, Diana Ross presents the Jackson 5. It's literally from the moment Michael Jackson steps into Motown to the moment he dies, and in his will is Diana Ross is listed as guardian over Michael Jackson's children. Diana Ross presents the Jackson 5. Diana Ross is listed as guardian over Michael Jackson's children in his will. It's literally from every single moment Diana Ross was there. So what is it? What's the real story then? Prove to me that they had a relationship. I don't want to hear her stupid words saying oh yeah, I love him. We love each other. I want hard fucking evidence. I just showed you what this woman looks like when she encounters men that she has affections for. And when she's in an actual male-woman encounter. She looks like she's desiring of the man. She kisses him with passion. She shows it flat out. I could show you much more. Show me that with Michael Jackson, you one of you stupid loser bastards sitting out there trying to tell me that Michael Jackson and Diana Ross are having a love affair? Fuck you. You're fucking wrong. You've been seeing it wrong the whole fucking time, and because you're doing that, you are actually stopping the real story from coming out. I'm the one here fucking telling the truth, and you're actually fighting against me. You people are fucking disgusting. Show me some fucking evidence if you've got it. Prove me wrong. I dare you. I'll give you a fucking $1,000 if you fucking show me a video of Diana Ross and Michael Jackson embracing and kissing in a passionate fucking kiss with passion. I'll give you a fucking $1,000 if you can do that, you fucking losers. And when you can't, it's proof that that's wrong. And if that's wrong, it's something else. And what else is it? Diana Ross presents the Jackson 5. Diana Ross is guardian over Michael Jackson's kids in his will. The whole fucking encompassing of the whole true story of what took place there. Diana Ross was Michael Jackson's actual fucking mother. That's all his pains and all the fucking things that encompassed everything of what he had to deal with. Illuminati has nothing to do with who Michael Jackson actually fucking is. Fuck the Illuminati. Fuck all that stupid fucking conspiracy shit. This is the real fucking shit. Can you deal with reality?